Nick Hodge here, excited to tell you about the May issue of Foundational Profits for 2024. Foundational Profits is the letter where I chronicle and write about what I'm doing with my long-term wealth, how I'm managing my retirement accounts, my IRAs, 401ks, and otherwise quote-unquote safe money. I do that by taking a look at the macro markets and then allocating it in a manner similar to what a financial advisor would do. Lots of large cap funds and ETFs, index fund purchases, and individual country ETFs. I show you exactly what I'm buying and in what percentages. I even go so far as to show you, what percentage of each position of the portfolio I own. And as we get into the summer here, inflation continues closer to 4% than 2%. And I really don't even want to talk about inflation because the entire May issue doesn't mention two words, and those are Federal Reserve. Instead, we focus on what's making money. And so we have two new recommendations in this May issue. We get longer of copper and we get longer of energy. We started getting long in those two sectors in previous months, in February and March. Those positions have continued to work, and so we are adding to our exposure in those two sectors. You see higher prices all around you. And those two big commodities, copper and oil, are some of the biggest inputs across the global economic landscape. So when inflation is going up, the prices of those commodities are often going up, and that is true right now, and we are buying them. You get an update on the blockchain in this issue of Foundational Profits. We started buying select blockchain-related companies a couple of months ago. The halving has now come and gone. Bitcoin remains bullish, and Wall Street continues to adopt Bitcoin as a tool for not only investment but financial transactions, and that's what I dive into in this issue. Those companies who are using Bitcoin for financial transactions and how you can invest in that process. You get an update on electricity. There's been some new nuclear plants, or at least one new nuclear plant connected to the U.S. grid here in recent weeks, and the federal government wants more. Joe Biden says he wants the Tennessee Valley Authority, or TVA, to build more nuclear reactors, and the price of uranium is now back above $90. We're hearing things about, data centers and artificial intelligence requiring vast electricity inputs, and nuclear is the only way to provide that in a clean baseload fashion. So we spent some time on nuclear and copper, as I mentioned. We get some portfolio callouts. It's earnings season, so we have some earnings to run through and some individual positions that I am buying more of, so I called those out. And then we get into some excerpts that are relating to some other sectors that we are invested in, including cannabis, which I was telling readers of Foundational Profits about last month we should be buying ahead of a coming DEA rescheduling. And lo and behold, we got that announcement that over the past month that the DEA is going to reschedule cannabis. So it's a DEDS issue. It's actionable. Like I say, two new recommendations that I'm buying more of. And so, if you're looking to manage your own retirement, if you don't want a financial advisor, if you're looking to make your own portfolio, if you just want to follow someone's portfolio who knows what they're doing and has been managing their portfolio for 15 years and beating the market for 8 of the past 10 years, outperforming the S&P by over 100% in that time, then check out Foundational Profits. The onus is entirely on me to impress you. There's a money-back, risk-free guarantee. You can check out our issues and reports and allocations and see if it's something that jives with your investment philosophy and strategy. And so I urge you to get started with the May issue and check that out. You can do that by completing the form below, and I look forward to welcoming you as a new member.